Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, welcome everybody in here. I would like to go over and talk with you guys about returns. I've had a couple the past day or two, go through some of the items, what I've done. I would also like to go and hear about your processes. Gail's here. What's up, Adam? Scott, how's it going? Then I'll go through my liquidation box. For the people that aren't in here yet, or they're going to watch it later, for those of you that don't know me, I'm from Ohio. I do this part-time, and I do it basically from 9 to 10 Eastern, and I probably end around 1 a.m. So that's kind of what I do. I buy from liquidation.com. I buy started from Blue Lots. I'm probably going to buy from some other sources I'll be sharing as well. So let's see who else joined. Cat's Meows here, Four Oaks, Rob and Renee from PS101 group on Facebook. If you haven't joined up, make sure you go do that. They have a lot of suppliers in there that I go through and get my sources from in there, so that helps. If you haven't joined, go over there and hit them up. Hey, Columbus, Ohio, Michelle Beasley, how you doing? I'm in Columbus as well, more Hilliard based. So returns, I want to talk through returns with you. So my average ROI, are you talking about at an auction level? So an auction level, I want to say I'm between, I range anywhere between $100 and $400 per auction. So you want to average around $250 if you want to say that. But it all depends on the items and how things turn out. Roland Picker's here. So Roland Picker won a discount code, and we will be seeing his lots on Saturday night. And I think we said 10 p.m. Eastern. We're still vetting out exactly what time works for both of us, but we're going to see the lots that he won using his discount code. That discount, another discount code is up for grabs. Saturday evening, when I go live Saturday evening, we'll do a drawing for the $20 gift discount code. As long as you've commented on any one video since last Thursday, you'll be entered for the drawing, and I currently have that. Currently have names compiled for that, so we'll have the drawing on Saturday for liquidation.com code. If you haven't registered with liquidation.com, there's a link in the description. If you do win the code, just shoot me your username from Liquidation, and I will get you that code. Destiny's here. How you doing? Johnny from Oregon. Nice. Monica, I'm sure, is lurking. She'll probably be in here. So returns. I'll go through some of the items I had. Now, granted, you're selling liquidated items. So if you do your due diligence and you do the work on the item and you test it, I'm trying to see if I have anything here that I can test. And testing depends on the type of item and the type of products you can test it with. So let's take cell phone mounts for your cars. Test that the sticky piece works, that all the clamps work. I mean, whatever types of items you're selling, be it electronic or hardware, software, not software, but soft goods, check for holes, check for anything that you can look for. That'll minimize your returns. It's liquidated items, you're going to get stuff that's not going to be, some of them are going to be brand new, and some of them are going to be swap out used. So, oh, you always get those in a bag? Yeah. I got a couple in the bag recently, but they still sell well as long as they're still sticky, and list exactly how those mounts are. But oh, tie game, Phil in Carolina, nice. So yeah, test your items, go through the due diligence, pair your Bluetooth with your phone, make sure they work, charge everything, and also on the flip side to testing your items, and make sure that you go through and list exactly what's wrong with the item and what everything the seller can expect when they get the item in their possession. So if the box looks beat up, if it looks like there's stickers, return stickers, make sure you either include them in the listing and or describe it show the pictures or describe it in the description. So I'll go through some of the returns that I've received, and for me, 9 times out of 10, returns are due from the people or the buyer not reading the description. And I try and be as thorough as possible. I follow up, but I'll walk through the process and how I make sure my items are as clear as possible. So let's walk through some examples. I recently sold one of those Instax cameras that you get, the newer Polaroid ones. A lot of times, the flash won't work. Everything else will work. Uh, so in the description, I listed powered on, the batteries worked, the light came on. The flash did not work, and I put 4 parts not working just to be safe. Well, someone bought it with a low feedback, and I have a 1-day handling time, and I sell everything through eBay. So for that item, Destiny, we talked about this the other night. I reached out to the buyer and I said, hey, just be sure that X, Y, and Z is wrong with it. I'm going to ship it out in the morning. Please reach out to me if this is not what you want. Never got back to me. I shipped it out to him. Well, today I get a return on it, a return request saying, here's what it's pretty funny because I'm going to read to you exactly what he or she wrote. It says, hi there, I thank you for reaching out. Oh, that's me, sorry. That's what I wrote. He wrote, doesn't work or defective. The camera flashlight is not, in caps, working. I tried taking pictures, but they come out black. I wasted my film, which I bought. The camera doesn't work. So, granted, I listed all that in the description. So just to be safe, I called eBay. And a lot of times, if you're better safe than sorry, call eBay and make sure you understand everything that could happen and that might happen. So I said, hey, look at the description. He's wanting a return. He or she wants a return based on the flash. That is a buyer's remorse, correct? And she agreed with me. I made sure she notated on the listing. And in that case, what I do is I accept the return, but I stop there. I don't send a label. I just let it go. And then what I think is going to happen next couple of days, he or she's going to be reaching out to me wanting a label now. And I explained to him, send him a message saying, if you ship it back to me based on my listing, I will still refund you. So that's an issue of buyer's remorse. And a lot of times, Redneck Hustler, how you doing? Monica's here. Oh, great. So Scott, your Fuji 9 Instax worked well. Perfect. I sold my busted one for about 45, but I'm getting returned. So they sell well as long as you're clear. And if it's a buyer's remorse, make sure it's a buyer's remorse. And a lot of times I always validate with eBay and I get them notated on the listing. So buyer's remorse is one return type. The other one is the buyer claims it didn't work. If I didn't test it to my ability, or I couldn't test it. So for example, I had a Z-Wave light switch and I said I couldn't test it, mailed it out, and I said free returns and listing, mailed it out. The buyer came back and said, hey, it doesn't work, screws loose, I'd like to return it. Now, here's a couple ways to go about it. In eBay, so I sent him the prepaid label. You're not charged for the prepaid label unless they activate it. So you have 5 business days for them to add tracking to your return. If on the 5th business day or end of the 5th, they do not activate that label, you can call up and close the case. And the case is closed, return's closed. So you have 5 days. No matter if you send the label or anything, if the return hasn't been started, you can call and they can close the return. And a lot of times the buyer might have figured the item out. They might have figured how to work the screw. So they might have just didn't want to return at that point. Dwayne here from Mothership Products. How you doing? Adam's been here. I said hi. Demir says, as much as you are clear with your description, they will not read it 80% of the time. Yep, that is true. So you got to act like when you're listing, no one is going to read anything. So I put it in the title, put it in, there's a spot right under the condition. I put it in there, and then I put it down in the description. So pretend they're never going to read anything, and you want to cover yourself. And if it's something is defective visually, include that in the pictures and say reference the pictures. So that's how to close the case. If he ended up shipping it back, she shipped it back, then you go through the process. You refund them through eBay, and and then it closes automatically at that point. So again, be clear. A lot of times, if I think they haven't read the listing, I'll reach out to them as well. and I'll make sure they understand they're getting a broken item. Keeping It Real with the Miller says, I had someone buy something that was broken today, messaged them, and they said they didn't read that and wanted to cancel. I've had that happen multiple times. They never read it, and then they want to cancel it. Adam says he had a return like that, but if I close the case, I'm afraid they might leave negative feedback. Yeah, eBay will side with you if anything comes back after the fact. I think once the case is closed, they do not have the ability to leave you negative feedback. Scott, no, I have it over there in my table to check it up. I will email you after tonight, after I get off. So what my return rate, legit returns or not? So I'll tell you my return rate here. So if I go to, so you can do your return rate, and if you go to your seller hub, let's see. Okay. I can never forget if I'm going to my account or going to my seller hub. It's never clear. Summary. Nope. When I want to find it, I can't find it. Okay, there it is. So if I go to overview on your seller hub, I think I go to the bottom. I'll tell you here shortly. I'm still looking. I am all over the place. Seller dashboard, not seller hub. I'm sorry. So if I go down to the bottom, my return rate is 6.98%. So that's 90 returns on 1,289 transactions. So that is my legit return rate. So just be clear, I have no problems with people people returning things. I mean, a lot of times if it's a couple bucks, I'll just take it and not fight it. But most of the time, that's what I'll do. Yep, seller hub, seller level, scroll down. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but I usually don't fight them. And then if when you question, call eBay. eBay will tell you exactly. Make sure you get them to list it on the listing, anything they come back to you with. And if any person comes back and leaves any type of exploitive or anything descriptive against you or your store, eBay will remove that. I've never had an issue if someone said bad seller. They'll remove a negative feedback, and I do everything in my power to work with the person. So if Enrique says, what if customer claims they never received the item? So with every item you shipped out, you need to make sure you have tracking, and most of the time Priority and First Class has it. As long as it shows delivered to the address listed in PayPal or on the order, you're covered. And again, I will work with the user to try and help the Postal Service find it, but you are covered. And if you edit that address and then they claim they never got it, then it's on you. Do not edit that. Just ship it to what they say. If they say, hey, I moved down the street, can you put it this number? Can you change it to this apartment number? Do not change it. You have to have them cancel the order and rebuy it. If you change that, you'll lose your seller protection. Sell-through rate, I don't know if that's on there. I've always looked at that, but I've never. Seller dashboard. Let me look. Anyone know where to find that? I know it's calculated based on listings. I've never calculated it. Yeah, seller protection policy, just to be sure. So Roland Picker asks, do you use new other for condition or mention the item was returned? So my philosophy is I say new other. If the box is new and it's not really beat up, I'll say new open box item. Item appears unused, everything works. I'll use new other 99% of the time. If the item looks like it was used, if there's any markings on it, if the box is pretty beat up, I'll list that in the description. If it looks used, I'll say it is used. I won't chance it. Most of the time it's new other. Yeah, I have to calculate that. I need to. I just get so wrapped up and get stuff listed and sold. I sell a bunch every night. It takes a lot of time for me to put stuff in my spreadsheet, so I don't. Under my store manager. Destiny had an incident where USPS left a notice and the buyer claimed they didn't get a notice. I had to call USPS and I was on hold for 2 hours just to find out which post office. Yeah, so I've had issues where I've called the post office and they couldn't find it, or it got held up at customs. That's a whole other show I could do on customs. So I shipped outside of the GSP, but I don't do that anymore. Roland Picker says, I got a DVD in my lot box, has a hole in it, but everything looks new and tested and good. My lot box has a hole in it. So if the item looks new, I'd say new other. If it hasn't been used, everything looks tested or looks great. If it were me, I would say new other, box as a whole, and take a picture of it. But make sure you list it. Go to eBay Store Manager, then to Sales Report. Oh, Adam, you're getting your laptop backed up. There you go. Yeah, Enrique, so just make sure it looks as delivered. Oh, DVD player. Yeah, I would list new other. If the item looks new and it's not abused, there's no scratches, and it's just the box that's the issue, just list new other, tested, functional, open box item. There is a hole in the box. Look at the picture. Yeah. If you haven't, if you want to hit the like button, if you think I'm helping you guys out, hit the like button and be appreciative. Buddy lost a CD. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see Roland Picker's liquidation lot. Finally, I got some of this back. I recycled a ton of it. All right, so this was a lot I paid $288 for. I got 3 boxes. This is the first box. Destiny said that buyer messaged me saying they had to pay a postal fee. I thought that was weird because it shouldn't. And it went through if the postage was any less. So I've seen things where someone's shipped something at 4 ounces and it was really 12. And it went through all the way to the buyer and there were no issues. So a lot of times I think the postal service can miss it. But that's just what I've seen through other people. Not sure if it's true or not. I've never had any issues with short postage. Thumbs down, Monica. Thanks. So this one I got from liquidation.com. I saw on Blue Lots there was one for some cameras. I was in all-day meetings today, so I missed it. It was already sold. It was an 18 lot of Samsung 360s. I would have bought that from Blue Lots for $4.99. I would have bought that all day. But yeah, this one's from Liquidation, $288. That's with shipping. Roland Picker, so that's good. 10 of the items were unusable out of 88. Depending on what the 10 were, that's a good. That's probably average, I would say, for me. That's what I've seen. Unless you put something on your forehead. So that received stamp that I got, what about that? Oh, Adam was short on his postage, or on what he received. All right. So I used to get a lot of these. These are these party lights that look cheap. I've never sold one of these yet. I've sold them for $1 at a garage sale. But I used to get these all the time. Now they're coming back. Versa chalk. No idea what that is. This says vintage framed slate kitchen chalk. So this looks like I'm gonna get another housewares lot. Oh, look at that. So it's a little slate chalkboard. I might keep that. Still has everything, looks brand new. All right, so some of these things, so I don't know if some of these are returns or really liquidated from somewhere. I get some of these where it says liquidate per PS. If anyone knows what that is. Yeah, Monica, that should be a gossip story. Of all things, short on shipping. The pink sticker. So again, so this is R on it. I don't know what the R means. Did you get your NVIDIA thing? All right. I have no idea. Oh. No idea what this is. Any ideas what that is? I'll read the sticker, see if I can find it. Oh, so Destiny, you got your NVIDIA Shield? Good. FBA people. Oh, so FBA people. So this is liquidating their lot to not to pay for storage fees, correct? Short and ho. Wow, Monica, that shot's fired. Wow. Nice. All right, so this doesn't tell me anything. Oh, here it is. Schubert Wanderer Fantasy. No idea what that means. Schubert Wanderer Fantasy. I'll have to look that one up. Looked like photo wheel. Well, this thing is super heavy. It's got to be at least 8 pounds, 6 pounds. I'll look that one. So this is why I bought the lot. Oh, Redneck, you're getting your lot on Saturday. Okay, great. You want to come on Sunday? If you want to come Saturday night, let me know. You can get you and Roland Picker together. I already did open it. Did you not see it, Monica? All right, so this is what I got. This is what I bought my lot for. These sell pink stickers. I usually think they mean defective or missing parts, but a lot of times nothing's wrong with them. Oh, Robert Hayden had a sale. Nice. I had one sale today. One sale was a $10 PS Vita. A PS Vita carrying case. That's it. So a lot of times these Yeti microphones come in. I've never had one not in the box. Yeah, I did. I got it, but then something came through again. I didn't check what you sent again. I have to look. Oh, of course I'm going to take this out and not be able to put it back in. Monica sold a pair of kid shoes. Oh, you like that? Is that a song, Dwayne? Schubert Wanderer Fantasy. All right, so it comes with your cord, comes with the book, and it still has a silica packet in it. All right, so that's brand new. What I will do on this is I will test it for power, plug it into a USB, make sure the lights up. Good. So that will sell pretty quickly. All right, now, so a couple updates. I've not sold my pet cube. I lowered it to 99. No, I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to sell it. Unless you guys think the audio on this sounds bad, but I will sell this one. So I've not sold my pet cube yet. I lowered it to $99, and I'm charging shipping on it. So I need some of my stuff. I need to get rid of the higher price items, so I'm trying to massage them to get them to sell. So that's the top price item I got. These are great. I sell these all the time. $24. Test them for power. I've only received one that's never powered up, and still in the plastic, which is nice, and it still has the red covering on it, plastic covering. So those sell great, really well. Put that back up. Oh, look at this printer paper. I'm gonna be all set. 24 free shipping. Oh yeah, free shipping. Yep. So this is 24 all in. $24.99, $23.99. But yeah, it's free shipping. I won't have to buy printer paper ever again. Who returns printer paper? Snugbook. These things I've had sold these for pretty well. I thought it was like 60 bucks. I tested it, make sure it worked. I got to look again. I sold one of these out of my 90 some lots. This one, EX2700. That's a model number. N300 at the top, but EX2700. Always check for missing keys. I pair these with my iPhone. Make sure I test every single key, make sure it works. That goes back to testing all your items, make sure everything works. That's a off-brand TV mount. I will list it locally, but I don't know if all the pieces are in there. Destiny got one of those expensive waterproof iPhone cases today. Hope it's a good sell. So is that the LifeProof case? Just double check on the value of those cases. Oh, that's true. Poor Oak said warehouse paper may have been warehouse damage. Good point. You got 2 of those Zags? So what I do is I plug them in, I let them charge for a bit, and I power them up. Now, since something like this is so expensive, and let's say it doesn't work or a key's missing, I would still list it. I would list it at half a used listing. So if used listing's going for 60, I would list it at 30 if it didn't work, just to sell it. Wouldn't throw it away. And I only do that because it's high priced. If it was a $10 brand new case, I would toss it. I have never sold a Motorola Boom 2 Plus. I don't even know what that is. I'd have to look it up, but Roland Picker has one for iPad Air 2 and one for iPad Pro. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just double check with your phone. Make sure they pair. Oh, I needed some of these tonight. Rubber bands. I'm keeping those. Dash mount for an iPad. If you use your iPad in your car, there you go. I have 7 off-brand iPad keyboard cases. I've moved 1. Yeah, off-brand. So keyboard cases, they're rare. I sold, see the Incipi, was it Incipio? I just sold that one, the little one I just sold. The Zag does well. And there's one more. There's one more that does really well. The high-price items. So I'll link that. I'll test it. It has the infamous big dot, so we'll see what's wrong with that. But there's only a few cases that I think do really well. All right. Oh, look at this. This thing's huge. The king-sized zip tabs. Did anybody remember Trapper Keepers when they went to school? This is like a monster Trapper Keeper, but there's a it's rip right here. So yeah, elastic bands might be damaged. I don't know. So yeah, this is the new age Trapper Keeper, I guess. I might sell it locally, put it up for $5. Who knows? A couple things left, and then this is over. Oh, nice. All right, so I got one of these. Now, I wish it worked for iPhones, but I think it's only for, yeah, this is Samsung only. So I love the HyperKin units. I tried to write to them and be a wholesaler and buy from them directly, but I needed a brick and mortar, so they would not. Ha! Robert had a black hole Trapper Keeper. Nice. I loved Trapper Keepers. Destiny says, I like that the Indian warehouse doesn't label the products. The Nevada warehouse doesn't. Yeah, sorry. Indiana warehouse does. Las Vegas doesn't. Yeah, so for example, people asking how I'm going to test stuff, I do not have, I know someone at work does, so I might have them test it. They have one of the phones. I have an iPhone. So it looks okay. I'll test it for power. But probably showing my age. Nice. Cast Me Eyes a Samsung, that's right. Does it have a football wall picture? He says to Adam. Yeah, Trapper Keepers were awesome. So yeah, these are kind of cool. I would keep it if I had one, but so again, HyperKin, anything HyperKin you get, the controllers sell well. I'm assuming this is going to sell well. Anything HyperKin will sell well. Whoa, we're getting crazy. Purple printer paper. Can someone say that 5 times fast? Purple printer paper. purple printer paper. All right, let's see what's this. 3 more things. This is a universal pedal. So these are for, I don't know what these are for, either some sort of instrument. Destiny got 2 more vinyl records. Nice. And some of these do well. I sold one that I couldn't test for 50 bucks. I will put untested in it. I mean, some of these, it looks brand new. So you can tell it's never been used. So for this one, roll and picker, I would do this one as new other. Item appears unused. I'd get it back in the box a little better. Smart Boy doesn't have great reviews. Yeah, I've seen a lot of them in the returns now coming in. Hopefully it does well, but hopefully it sells well. But yeah, I see a lot of them coming through, so that's what I'm guessing. They're not doing too well, but all right, what else? Oh, little mini drawers. So these might work well. I might keep these as well. Desk cube drawers. They might be busted anyway, so we'll see. 2113 Philly. Hopefully, Blount has a touchdown, and who's the other guy? Benjamin. All right, so this looks busted up top, which is fine. If you can see there, it's busted right there. And a lot of the cool stuff like this, I'm just going to keep for myself, even though it's busted, and use it on my desk. I don't care if there's a hole right there. Obviously, I would never sell it, so I'm going to keep that for myself. Otherwise, I just throw it away. But I'm probably going to repurpose it and use it. Ertz has one. Oh, I don't have Ertz. Will that glue fix? Yeah, true. That glue could work, and I can fix it. That's a good point, Monica. Again, I have that video. I was going to edit it last night, but it was about 1 a.m., and I was kind of tired. Oh, you don't do fantasy football? I'm in 2 leagues and a Survivor League. So what's this? Sealed acid battery charger. Yeah, I'm in way too many fantasy stuff. Liar. I know. Okay. If I don't do it tonight, I'm a liar. Maybe I'll turn the game on after this and do it. Here we go. So there's probably a ton of this stuff out there, but that's kind of cool if you're testing different stuff. Again, some of these little electronic items are flooded on eBay from China and people cutting down the market, but off brands. But a lot of times you get surprised. If it's for $9.99, I'll list it. I kind of think it's a bad video, Monica, that I did, but I'll still put it up there. And I have a link down below for Bondic Pro. That's the stuff I'm going to have in my video. So that'll tell you exactly what I bought. All right, so this is the last item in this box. These things are amazing. They sell almost instantaneously. I can't remember the last one. I think the last one I sold for $19.99. Let's see here. So I'll tell you what to look for in this item. Just be careful if they've been used, and you have to look for what do I have to do to get a link? What do I have to do? Oh, see, what I do is I copy and paste my links. I'll put you in a link. Keeping it real with the Millers. It'll be down below. Yeah, I'll do that for you, Monica. All right, so these, you got to test the tips. Look at, make sure all the gaskets are on them. Double check that it doesn't look used inside here. The label matches the box. And this appears unused. So these things, I love these things. These things do well. They're the Frigidairs. Usually they come in ones or they come in packs of 3. I've received them also where these things are snapped off. So just double check that they're not loose. You got this top part in there. Otherwise, you're good to go. Oh, yeah. No water. Yeah, I turned it. So, again, yeah, Monica, good point. Check for water. Turn it upside down. Make sure no water comes out. But it appears nice. The last thing on the returns. So, Destiny, we talked about that item that I sold, that Uniden radio. I said no bass, and I put it in the title. I put it in the description. I messaged the guy. He messaged me back, said he needed it by Friday. Sent it to him, and he sent me this nasty email today saying, "Hey, I don't have anything to charge this with." I said, "Didn't you read the description?" So he hasn't opened a return yet. I said I'd take a return. I'm crossing my fingers he doesn't belt me with a negative, but we'll see how that plays out. Again, I really don't put much on that now, but I do my best to avoid it, that being a negative feedback. But I'm doing the best to try to work with him, but he wasn't too happy. But I'm like, did you read the description? And I emailed you making sure you were okay with the listing. So there's only so much I can do. Any other ideas? Any other ideas for that? Returns, selling stuff, dealing with returns, and yeah, I always fight the negative feedback. I'll call, and I was talking to one of the reps, and they basically said, if it was, I'm gonna make something up. If it was a blue or a black phone, and they got the item, they looked at it, and it was okay to them. They kept it, and they said, this phone is not as black as I thought it was. They could leave a negative on that. It's on the buyer's opinion, and they would not remove that, at least for one of the questions I asked them. But yeah, a lot of it's strange in how they react to that, if anything. And when in doubt, call if that ever happened. For Oaks, yeah, I mean, I hate selling broken things for parts because a lot of times stuff like this happens. I'm chalk it up to that's what I'm going to get if I'm going to sell something busted. But 9 times out of 10, I move stuff all the time that's broken with no issues. And a lot of that saved me from breaking even or breaking a profit. And I'll take that chance if I have to. I'll just make sure to cover as much as I can. Exactly, Adam. Yeah, the buyer can claim item not as described. And to your point, 9 times out of 10, eBay is going to side with the buyer. Item not described, and as in anything, any shape, form, eBay is going to side with the buyer. That's why you got to help yourself as much as possible. Take your pictures, put your new description, message the buyer, and do everything in the system to cover yourself. Yep, buyers are more protected than sellers. Yeah, that's true. But you guys do as much as you can to not only get the sale, but to protect your store. Yep. You can get a hold of eBay customer service on eBay Messenger. Nice. Monica, that's a good point. Good tip. You can use eBay Messenger and get a hold of customer service. And a lot of times I'll go into contact us and you can have them call you. You click call me now and it rings within a minute, which is great. I love that. Yep. Four Oaks says you put it in the title, put for parts in caps. I do the same thing. For parts, I put no base in caps, no base or base missing. What I can put in there, once I have space left, I will put it in there. Yeah, Monica has good things to say sometimes. No, you always have good things to say. Monica says, I did that and a guy still bought it. Yep, you could be as clear as day and they won't read it or they'll just brush it off. It's crazy. I don't know if they're hoping something's going to work because I mean, I had that walkie-talkie for half the price of a used unit. Demir says he uses a red background. Yep. I've seen people use a kind of like a business card and they'll write on the business card for parts and they'll put it in the picture. Oh, Demir, you put that in the item condition. Yep, I put it in there as well. He just said he didn't read it, said Monica. Yeah, they never read it. That's why I put it everywhere. But yeah, this box did well. Now, assuming that Yeti. So if you want to look for that Yeti microphone, you can type in Yeti on liquidation.com, but you're going to get a ton of Yeti things. You're going to get Yeti baby items, Yeti electronics, Yeti tools. You're going to get Yeti the tumblers. So the way I find that is usually 9 times out of 10, Liquidation will put Yeti space USB. I search Yeti USB and it excludes pretty much majority of everything else. And it will be the highest price items in the lot. Yeti cups. So Monica, I have 4 Ozark tumblers, quote unquote Yeti tumblers. So I got those one of my lots. Haven't sold yet, but all right. What else you guys have? Returns, tips. You guys had some great tips tonight. How to handle returns. How to get ahead of returns. Yeah, it's not a Yeti. I know it's a fake Yeti. When in question, call eBay. Big tip is that after 5 days, if that return's open and they have not used the label, 5 days after, call eBay and say, I want to close my return. There has been no activity. And they will close it in your favor every single time. I always do that. I stay on top of those. If someone wants to return it, I do my due diligence and I get Monica says I don't deal with fakes. Nice. I get the label out there and I be as responsive as possible. But then I expect the buyer, if they want a return and they want me to process it, they need to ship it out, or they need to message me saying, hey, I'm a little behind. I'll work with them. But yeah, call it 5 days. Sell-through rate. So Devin, you said, let me look. I'll look for you. Sell-through rate. So someone said I have to go to my eBay. Is it seller dashboard or is it the hub? You got to walk me through where to find it. I thought you had to calculate it versus your number of listings that you put up versus the number of times things sell per day. I'm open. Yeah, good point, Roland Picker. On the smaller items, depending on what it is, I will have the buyer keep the item. If it's usually under $10, that's where that comes into play. For me, by the time I get it back, resell it with the shipping and the sales, you're going to be negative. So yeah, good point, Roland Picker. I will have them keep it. The last time I sold something, it's 14. It was the second time I sold it. I just told the guy to buy it, keep it. It's not worth it. Plus, the buyer will keep it and he'll say or try to. See, cat's meow. I think you're right. It's calculation. I have to calculate it outside of eBay sales report. All right, so let me try and go through here. Let's see. All right, so if I go here, so if I go to overview, is it my overview sell-through rate? So if I go to, hold on. Orders, marketing performance. Oh, seller level. Sales. So my listing impressions are 5%. With 285,000 listings impressions. 1.1% click-through rate. 7,000 listing page views and a 1.1 sales conversion rate. Oops, hold on. I'm losing you. Monica wants some pink Bose headphones. You just have to go to the sales report. Once your sales report under eBay store. Oh, market, it's okay. Let me go there then. So if I go to my eBay store. All right, I'm in my store. Near Markdown Manager, you said. So I got to manage my store. And then sales reports. Selling manager, sales reports, okay. Sales report, sold items, average sale price per item is $31. That's my average sales price. What's this number you want? Is sell-through rate. Okay, so I go to there, sell-through rate. Unpaid, final value fee. Sold percent items, 97. Month to month. Unique buyers, 94. All right, average sale price per item, 31. Sold items, 75 for the month. Sales, $2,381. Am I close? Rolling Picker, have a good time at the game. Yeah, we'll talk Monday, Saturday. Sell through rate. I'm not finding it. I must be blind. Sell through. Nope, not there. You have to click on some report. Sales. Yeah, it's not on there. Sold items percent. Repeat buy. Yeah, I don't have it. Unless I'm blind. Sold percent. Okay, you just want sold percent? Sold items percent for August says 100. 100%. Sold items percent. Is that it? Sold items percent? That's 100. Ended items, sold items for the month of, for August right now is 75. I averaged, June was 96, July was 87. Currently sitting in August, I'm 75. And I need to switch to, let's do week. Sold items percent for last week, or for the September 24th to September 30th is 88.9%. Yeah. So well, I'm off a week now. 2 weeks ago for that week period was 88%. That's my sell-through rate, I guess. Yeah, I know it's October. I keep screwing it up. Oh man. Garage sale is August. That's when I have my garage sale. Come on, you were there last time. All right, guys. Any other questions, comments, returns, store questions? You want to know my numbers? Is 88% any good? Is that good, Devin? I'd like your opinion. What do you think? Then Bondic videos coming. And I get this stuff listed. I'm gonna watch some football. And Monica says no to my video, or no, percentage is bad. Get some of this stuff listed. I don't know if I'm gonna fix my clock. Monica, you said I could fix this. I don't know. I'll probably just toss it. It's a lot of work to get in there. Thanks, Redneck. And then anyone want to see, I got a pink dot on my soap dispenser. I do not know how to test this. It's been sitting right here forever. See, the red light's blinking. Fix my clock. Yeah, I got to fix my calendar first. See, it still has the plastic backing on it. I don't even know how this thing would open. Oh, wait. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, there's batteries. I got to put some doom batteries in. Maybe that's all I need to do. Oh, look at that. So if it's flashing, it says question mark. I don't know, it's broken. And green means it works, and red means it's solid red means new battery. So I'll try batteries in it. I didn't know I could open it, but it's brand new. Sakal, okay, if you want to reach out to me, yard sale. There you go. What at my yard sale? The clock or the hand soap? So if you want to reach out to me, here's my email. Or you can join, same thing, Liquidation OH is Facebook. And how you want, I'll reach out. Just shoot me a message. Some descriptions down below. I have some loads there. Ways you can get a hold of me, ways to get a hold of us. A lot of people here are in the group. If you haven't joined PS101 group, reach out to there. But I appreciate everyone's time on the returns. I love the feedback. I love the comments. I love how you guys put in your how you guys deal with returns, how you guys do all that stuff. Devin says sold percent means you sell that much of you. Whatever you have up every month. So 80, same thing. So you're 80, I'm 25%. Okay, so 25%, yeah. So a lot of times I sell through what I do in the store. Yeah, guys, thanks for coming out. We'll be on tomorrow night. I'm looking to have a wholesaler on, bring him on to talk about his stuff. A couple of people reached out through Instagram, so I'm going to bring them on. And then you'll see Rolling Picker Saturday night. I know there's a conflict with some people, so I'm going to try to work that out. And we're going to get some more content out for you. Thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. See you guys.